Hello, and welcome to a secret interview for the exhibition My Engine is Legs by me, Oscar, and by Pip.
Hi.
And we have a special guest on this interview. We have a professional interviewer of Leo Blanning.
Hi.
And if it's all right with you, we're just gonna get cracking, talking about all sorts, the world, things on the walls, and things around us.
Okay. Right, well, tell me a bit about the exhibition. Why is your engine legs?
I think the whole exhibition has come quite naturally, kind of for better and worse, and I think My Engine is Legs kind of worked nicely with that.
Yeah, it sort of describes some kind of operation, which is walking and legs.
Yeah, it's sort of there's no additional engine. We are the engine, and it is legs, which I quite like, because I don't think.
I think people will be using their legs to look around as well.
That's true. It's relatable.
Probably.
Do you reckon?
Maybe.
But I like how, if My Engine was Lamborghini, I think it'd be a completely different exhibition.
Different show.
Yeah. My Engine is Rocket.
Also, what else are you going to call it?
Well, we had some ideas.
Yeah.
What else did we have?
Art Battle.
It was going to be called Art Battle for at least an hour. Subsection : Turf Wars.
Yeah.
My engine is legs. What's this interview got to do with it?
We needed some platform to explain ourselves outside of an exhibition setting. We've explained ourselves partly in pie charts, partly in just pictures, and we thought we needed something else if people care, which I guess we'll find out.
Well, they're here now, so well done.
I guess they are, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, true. I understand the majority of your collaborative work was made after having booked yourselves this exhibition. That's quite bold.
Oh yeah, almost 100%.
Well, the first step in the whole project was booking the space.
Yeah, many months ago.
And then everything sort of happened after that.
So did you have an idea of what it is you wanted to do at all?
Nothing. No. We had a date, and any question someone had, like, what is it going to be? We could be like, we don't know, but it will be on the certain date. Which actually didn't turn out to be the actual date, which is quite confusing.
Yeah, we had to change the date.
That is confusing.
It was going to be November 20th, but it isn't. It's 27th of Oct. You can blame the Newcastle booking system for that one.
Yeah, it was already booked.
Yeah. No, you can only go 6 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
It was too far out of the landing zone.
Yeah.
How does the work feel now versus in the development stage?
Very tricky, because we're still in the development stage.
Yeah, we're gonna be kind of still working up until Thursday, I think.
Yeah.
And then we'll see. But it feels good, I think. I think we've both learned lots.
Yeah, and beyond. I think I'll keep working after this show.
I'll probably still make stuff afterwards, yeah.
I think so.
Any good lessons?
I was thinking about this earlier. There's sort of lessons about ourselves. Really, it's lessons about collaboration, and also what to make when you don't know what you're gonna do.
Yeah, deadline was helpful.
Sorry, go on.
No, yeah, I was just saying. Much else to add.
Any influences?
Woof.
That's a good question.
That is good. Go on. I'll think.
Butt Johnson, he's an artist. He does drawing. And he's been my favourite person to look at his drawings recently. He also shares all his favourite art, which is almost always works on paper, usually with some sort of pen or pencil. That's what I've been looking at recently. And then In terms of exhibition style, I think most what was the question? Sorry.
Influence.
That's the one. Yeah, most influence I've got is from all the other shows I've seen at uni.
Yeah, I'm rubbish with influences. I'm gonna go no comment. I'm not gonna have any no comment on that.
Come on, surely you got some influences.
Just sort of what I do when I'm trying to do something else. Distractions are a big influence.
From what?
The hard
The
stuff.
difficulty of life.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good influence.
yeah, and like, if you're ever around the shops and you find like a shopping list, that's quite a big influence.
Yeah, those
I
are
love
nice.
that.
Yeah.
You can sort of think, what are they gonna cook?
Someone was talking about trolley envy the other day, and I thought they meant envious of what other people have in their trolleys, and they're like, "Oh, you're much better at going to the supermarket than me." But actually, it was envy of the actual trolley,
Really?
which I was confused about. I think I'm more of the. I'd get envious of what's in their trolley than the other way around.
Yeah. Well, I guess if they had like 14 tellies in there, you'd be like, wow.
Yeah, but who needs 14 tellies?
Yeah. I think I'll be jealous of that.
Well, your trolley had 100 post-its. Now 26.
Metaphorical trolley, of course.
Metaphorical trolley. There
Yeah.
is no trolley in the
Yeah.
exhibition.
My engine is trolleyless.
Trolleyless.
But yeah, Post-its.
26 of them are featured in the show. Where are the other 74?
Hidden.
They're on a desk.
I
Where are they
think
going to be on Thursday?
we
haven't decided yet.
we've really agonised about what to do with the other ones, and it's actually been one of the main problems with the whole project, because the further we went in, the more pressure we felt to include the other post-it notes, but they are too rubbish, and they will not be on display. I feel like we should also explain what the project is
Yeah.
itself. So we thought it'd be a really good activity to get the kind of visual ball rolling, and do 100 different drawings on 100 different post-it notes.
As a sort of challenge.
Yeah, a sort of endurance challenge.
Brainstorming activity.
Yeah, and we didn't know where it would send us, where we'd end up with it, but we knew it was a good thing to do.
Yeah, and it sent us a bit crazy at one point. Or me anyway. I got a bit. Don't know. How did I feel? How did I seem? I was worried.
Yeah, you sort of felt like none of it was worth it, and
Tired.
and the only thing we got from it was tiredness. The feeling tiredness.
And then the next day we sat down together and talked about it, and then it kind of led on to getting some stats from them.
But we also
which are in the pie charts in the exhibition.
We also, just after we did the post-it notes, we made some food.
Oh yeah.
Which was good.
Tortellini and broccoli.
Tortellini and broccoli. Pip makes a mean broccoli.
Yeah.
And then
How do you make broccoli?
Parboil it and fry it in chilies.
See what I'm saying? And
a bit of parmesan.
we felt much more human after that.
Yeah, that's
that
true.
was really, because we were sitting on the sofa with the post-it notes on the wall, tucking into like three
garlic bread as well.
Yeah.
Cheesy garlic bread.
Three what do you call them, baguettes of garlic bread, thinking, you know what, life ain't that bad.
Yeah.
Then went to the Collingwood Arms and inhaled 3 pints. Cumberland. Classic mistake.
So more than just post-it notes in the trolley.
Thoughts.
Yeah.
We could
and
park
the
thoughts.
broccoli as well.
But yeah, we really haven't decided what to do with the other post-it notes.
I think the stats are great, so I don't mind. I think it's nice to have that.
Yeah. Why the post-its in pairs?
I think it made us less harsh about the post-it notes.
Yeah.
Because as we've hinted at, we weren't really happy with them on their own. Like I think you went through the ones you did, and you wanted to include maybe 2.
Yeah.
But when we because we both quite like each other's work, when we included them together, it brought about a new dynamic, which made us like them more.
Yeah. That makes sense.
And also I like the idea of laminating them together, because it cements them, it sticks them.
Yeah, I think that's interesting, because you've laminated them and you're sticking them on the wall. But if you hadn't laminated them, you could have stuck them with Post-it.
With the stickiness.
But then they curl up and you can't really see them.
So
That was the main problem, to be honest.
The curling.
Yeah, the curling. Probably wouldn't have been laminated if Post-it notes were designed to not curl, but unfortunately that didn't.
If they did their fucking job, then
Who?
Yeah. Post-it.
Post-it.
Post-it, yeah.
Post-it.
Well, no, they do their job.
I guess.
I actually did a bit of Post-it research
Oh, yeah.
in this interview, made by several different companies nowadays. Patently expired
Oh, really?
Really?
in 1997. Yeah. Did you know there are 26 different colours of Post-it notes?
Oh,
Yeah.
that is interesting.
If they're made by different companies, surely there's more.
Well, there's at least
At least.
recognised 26.
Well, do you know?
But it's, that implies that there might be 27.
Or maybe.
Because 26 is quite specific.
Yeah.
I think there's probably more than 26. But nice research.
Yeah.
But at least 26 is a bit like saying there's at least 26 grains of sand in the universe.
Well, no. No, it's like saying Boris Johnson has at least 7 kids. It's like it could be 8, but it's around 7.
Yeah.
I can name them. I'm not gonna.
No. Well, should we talk
Not
about...
the kids, the Post-it note colours. Not the kids.
Should we talk about some of the stuff you've included in the show?
Yeah, defo.
One of them is a list of, quote, your fave footy players.
Yeah,
Can you tell us a bit more about
that'd
that one?
That'd be me. I think I had sort of a visual burnout at that point, and I thought, what other rich pond could I fill up my idea pint with? And I thought my fave footy players. Sometimes it's good to sort of let go of image, and it's just good to sort of list things that you like. And I think everyone's got some fave footy players.
Yeah.
And I think it kind of says a bit about my taste. Yeah, quite a lot of them are tall. Often a lot of them are strong. And they're not all the best at football. Which makes you think. What did you think about when I banged out?
Well, I didn't know some of them, but I thought it was good.
Yeah.
One of them's called Fred.
Yeah. Manchester United midfielder.
No, Fred.
I've got a line I say when Fred comes up. I say, if he was called Fredinho, everyone would love him. Which is funny because people say that about English players, but Fred is Brazilian. And he's called Fred.
And Inho's a Brazilian ending to a lot of names.
Yeah, that's the sort of go-to line at there. I'm watching the football.
Fredinho sounds a bit silly though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
why it's good?
Yeah. Like if you were called Pipinho, people would think you like this flamboyant...
Really good football player.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he's called Fred. There's a long lineage.
So do people say that about, I don't know, a English football player?
Gaza. If Gaza was Brazilian, a lot more people would think that he was like this amazing...
What would he be called?
He'd be called Paulinho.
Paulinho.
Or Gazinho.
What, Paul Gascoigne?
Yeah.
That's good.
But yeah, quite a lot of them have words. 61% of the overall batch I believe, according to the pie charts.
Yeah.
Do you guys write much?
Well, I'd probably say about 61% of the time I write on my pictures.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, all the stats are made up. No, they're not. No, they're real. We've done them all. I tend to talk more than write. That's my writing. Audio writing.
I don't write a lot, but sometimes when I do a picture, I'll put writing on it. But I rarely write just on its own.
Do you write a lot?
No.
No. Probably lower than 61% then.
Probably
More like 10.
9, 10. at least 9.
You're single digits.
Yeah.
At least 9.
From what I gather, there are 2 self-portraits.
Yeah.
One each. I think they're a bit terrifying.
Do you think we're a bit terrifying?
Oscar did a self-portrait, and then I decided to do one, and I didn't like it, so I completely changed it. And the only way I could make it still look like a face was to make the mouth really huge.
Didn't realise.
And then it looked a bit scary. Yeah.
Didn't realise you completely changed it.
Well, I kind of did.
Ah.
The mouth was tiny, and then it looked horrible. And then I had to change the chin into the mouth. So that's why it's so big.
But both of them are massive grins.
Yeah.
Or smiles.
Ecstatic.
True.
Do you think that reflects the mood of the project?
I think
No.
that's how I'd like to be remembered. It's a big smile on my face.
Yeah. I think it's a positive thing. Overall.
Also, I think there's probably like 100 self-portraits in the piece. It just depends what you think of a self-portrait.
Do you want to expand on that?
No, I think it says the point. I mean, I think all of them have a little inkling of self, whether that be a cat planet or whether that be a lamp. I think that's a fair reflection of ourselves.
I was going to talk about the cat planet, actually. Caturn.
Oh, that's good actually. Yeah. The cat planet.
But it's got the Saturn rings. I thought
Well,
Caturn
or Jupiter.
Or Jupiter.
Or
What were the other ones?
Paul's.
The cat planet. I like the cat planet. I did a cat planet. I drew a cat planet, and I got the rings wrong. So then I looked up a planet on the internet and drew a planet, and the rings looked a bit better. And then I thought, I'll do the cat planet again, make the rings look good. But instead of just drawing a cat and then copying the rings off a planet, I looked up cat planet on the internet and copied one, which was by, I can't remember
What were the results like? I imagine that's quite fruity.
Oh, great! Really good. I like if you feel like looking it up, I think you would quite enjoy it. Lots of it cats kind of in space, just sort of general cats and space theme, and then some of them are actually cat planets where their head it's a cat head with like Jupiter rings.
There's probably 4 post-it notes that track your journey of cat and planet. Starting with the initial terrible one that you hate of the cat, and that it sort of says ear.
Oh, that was actually the final one.
That's the final one.
I thought I'd draw a cat just because I'd done some cats, but this time I wouldn't make it a cat planet, and then I hated it.
Yeah.
There's quite a few with animals or objects. To be precise, 16 with objects, narrowed down from 51 out of 100, and 9 with what you actually call organisms, from an original 27 out of 100. Do you use much source material aside from cat planets? Google?
Little to none. For me, I don't think
The lamp.
The lamp, yeah. I think that's probably one of my strongest pieces.
I think that's the only one I can remember where you used source material.
Self-portrait.
Do you have a mirror at the time?
Mental mirror, internal.
No, it's not. That's not source material then, is it?
Well, what I should have asked is what is your source material?
Your mental mirror.
Not mental mirror. No, I think it is quite interesting, I guess, and that's what we're sort of trying to convince people, that 51 out of 100 post-it notes had objects,
Yeah.
which is the majority, and
But I guess
just about.
But when you're doing a drawing, I reckon in the world, it's a higher percentage of drawings have objects in them.
I was going to say it probably says. What's probably more impressive is the fact there's 49 that don't.
Yeah.
No, objectless.
That is weird, actually.
What
How are there
are you,
so
what are
many?
you drawing?
It's a great question. What? How did that happen?
Well, no, because they can have an animal, they can have an organism on it. So the ones with the ones with the parrot.
So you're
one
not
of them.
objectifying animals.
No.
No, that's why we had two different ones.
That's good of you.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We could have probably done that into one pie chart though. We could have just had objectified animals.
So like animals and objects together.
Yeah.
Because some of the animal ones have objects in as well. Like the parrot with the phone.
The parrot and the phone and the self-portrait with the sunglasses.
Yeah.
Do you have a favourite animal?
Oh, definitely the pig.
The trotters.
Distinct lack of trotters.
Yeah.
I think that's my favourite post-it in the whole 100, actually.
What came first, caption or the image?
For me, often it's image.
In that particular post-it?
In that post-it, it was pig first.
Pig first, then.
Hold the trotters. Get the words down.
Is it because you couldn't figure out how to draw the trotters?
No, I know my way around a trotter.
Trotters are quite easy.
Yeah, they're easy.
Well, for some.
Yeah. Can you do a trotter?
I've never tried.
Right, sounds like you can't do a trotter there. For some.
Well, I never have, so.
No, that one, I know my way around a pig face. I can draw a pig face quite easily. And then I sort of saw where the arms took me. And I'm thinking trotters aren't at the end of this beanstalk. And yeah, get it down. What about you? Caption or image?
Usually image first as well.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to think of, Chocoholic, that was the chocolate came before the caption.
I think if you go caption first, it's a bit like giving yourself a brief.
Yeah.
And then you've also got an idea of the image before, which often you can't live up to.
Yeah, it's easier to do caption second, I think.
Yeah.
According to you, 73% of them are meant to be funny. Do you think they are funny?
Well,
No.
not
Some of them are.
Some of them are. 73% of them aren't funny. But they're meant to be funny. And that's a stat only we can run.
Well, that's an official stat.
Yeah.
What percentage do you reckon are funny?
Right. Lower, I'd say.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, I don't know. It's hard. It's impossible to tell. But it isn't impossible to make a guess, so I will make a guess for you. 40, 35, half of what are meant to be funny. 50 hit rate. 50%
40 sounds good to me.
40.
And also
The
depends on
optimist.
Yeah, no, he's the
I'll
optimist.
go
You're going,
30.
Pip's going 30, 35, you're going 40.
I'm going 40 because if you got me on a good day, I think I'd find 100. But not every day is a good day. So not bad.
Yeah, that's true actually.
What about you? What did you think? You've had a flick through. Go on.
I don't think it matters what I think.
Right. Does it matter what we think?
I'm just asking. Just asking the
I would like to think it
questions.
does matter what we think because you're the interviewing us.
Yeah, no,
Good.
sure.
That's all I wanted, yes.
Yeah.
I think it matters what you think. A little bit.
No, I think they're funny.
Cheers.
Thanks, man.
You're looking at me like you don't believe me.
Like 50 or...
I don't know.
Next question.
You know them better than I do. Apparently you didn't believe in 23% of the post-its that made it. you didn't believe in 23% of them that made it into the show. So I guess those ones proved you wrong.
Yeah, I think the pairing really helped with that. They probably wouldn't have made it in if it wasn't for the pairing. Because they get something really great from whichever one they're next to. But also some of the ones you don't believe in do end up being good. And then some of the ones you do believe in end up being terrible.
I think that's what made the project quite interesting, because often you're fueled by panic and like empty brain.
Yeah.
And like, what am I going to draw next? And that leads to not really believing in what you're doing. And somehow we've managed to figure out a form to display that kind of work, which is interesting.
Yeah.
I think.
Managed to show it without sort of feeling terrible about it.
And also, you can't really tell if we believe in it, I don't think, because Marge, for example, I did believe in.
And now?
And well, no, I still believe in Marge. I'm still happy with Marge.
It's good drawing.
It's not necessarily that I know I can do an amazing drawing of Marge. It's more, I know I can do a representation of Marge that will be on a page. But some surprise you, I think.
Yeah.
So is that what you mean about believing in them? Like, your satisfaction with it?
No, it's during whilst you're drawing it. Afterwards, that's just, do you like it or not? But it kind of, was it made out of panic, or did you believe in it?
Happy with the plan, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, we thought about the language a little bit of the graphs, and I think broadly we're all right with it.
Yeah.
But belief.
Well, I think that it's in the past tense is the only indicator.
Yeah.
Of what we were actually trying to say.
Also,
I think it's a funny way to say it, so I don't really mind.
Someone was telling me that it doesn't really matter if people can understand it or not, which I'm not quite sure I took their advice on board.
About the charts?
Yeah. Yeah. I kind of guess that logic is, well, it looks nice, doesn't it?
Well, is there a part, is one of the two parts more important? The post-its and the data to you?
I would say so. I think they go nicely together.
I think they're the same. I wouldn't want to display one of them individually. No, I mean they've both been quite satisfying projects, to be honest. Yeah. We were thinking about doing a final post-it, the perfect post-it, and there is still time to the exhibition, so there might be a final post-it.
That pair.
Or pair.
Depending on what criteria we give for what makes it good or not, based off the stats we collected, the data we collected.
Sounds like a lot of pressure. Or is it just a response to
more of a response.
The data?
Yeah.
And it's also like us. It's involved in us, if that makes sense. It's not the perfect post-it full stop, it's Pip and Oscar's perfect post-it.
Yeah. No silver.
Colour. Yeah.
Colour silver.
Although that silver pen is really nice.
Brutally chopped.
Yeah.
I was gutted. The silver pen, when we looked at it,
we really tried to make it work.
Oh. It was amazing, but it felt inky on the day.
It could have made it. I think different post-its would have made it depending on how we were feeling that day.
Yeah.
But also, it's not nice to think that. It's nice to sort of have it as now that they're laminated, you know. You could go around in circles forever. And silver didn't make it in. You're right, yeah. So no silver on the perfect post-it.
Do you have a favourite post-it or pair of post-its?
Well, distinct lack of trotters is one of my favourites. It's got a very good expression on on their face and in their kind of body language.
What would you describe that expression as?
I don't think you need to describe it. You just got to go and look at it. You'll see. It's beautiful.
I've seen it. It's good.
What would you describe the expression as?
Relieved.
Like he's a free pig.
Relieved and excited.
That's not bad, actually.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Good. What ones do I like? I like the rubbings. I think the rubbings really showed me that rubbing can look that good,
Mm.
and that was really cool.
I feel like it kind of sometimes always looks good, really.
Yeah, definitely.
It's kind of quite nice.
Tried and tested.
Yeah.
Favourite stat?
Ooh.
Any favourite stats
How
that you
many,
remember?
my favourite is how many of them does the pen go off the page?
I was going to say that.
That's my favourite. I love it.
Touching edge. And I think for us, that really excited us, and that kind of showed us that the stats are interesting or fun, maybe. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's when collecting the data turned into like, oh, this could be really cool, and not just, are they an organism?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It was a nice moment.
Were there any criteria that you thought about collecting data for that you didn't?
I don't know, I thought we were going to chop some, but we didn't chop any in the end.
Oh, the circles.
Oh yeah. Oh wait, there are some.
Mm.
Yeah, we did ellipses or circles. So how many like letter O's are there, and how many instances of circles? If I remember correctly, it was closer than we thought.
I have no idea. Oh, what? Letter O's compared to like where there is a circle or
Yeah.
slash ellipse
Yeah.
depicted. Yeah, it was fairly close. It was like, I don't know, 25-20 or something, 25-30.
It was a close battle.
Yeah.
What else?
Art battle.
Art battle.
Yeah.
Turf wars. Could you ask me a question about Shadow Style?
Shadow Style.
Mm.
Can you tell us about that one?
Well, Shadow Style is very interesting because that was I did not believe in Shadow Style at all, and I thought, what kind of mode should I create? How am I gonna do this post-it note? I will do it Shadow Style, and I just sort of painted it with this sort of green felt tip. And it was shadows. It was operating in the shadows. It was lurking. And then I thought I got some like ghosts in there just to sort of liven up the space. And I would say, well, I could run the data of how many post-its are operating in the Shadow Style. It's 1%. It's 1%.
That is my favourite one, actually. I changed my mind.
Shadow Style.
Oh,
Shadow Style it was really.
You explained it quite well as well. You answered your own question very well.
Well, yeah. I was preparing. I was running up for that, and that's a really good indicator of the kind of panic
that
it led us.
It sets in when you do something.
I like that one because I couldn't guess whose it was.
Mm.
Yeah.
But I think the ones I find the funniest are when I can tell straight away whose they are.
Yeah.
You know.
Because you know what to laugh about.
Yeah.
It all makes sense in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like that one because I thought it could have been either of you.
Also, there's a little door that's that's the sort of entry. That's the pathway to the Shadow Style. Shadow domain.
Shadow Style is a good one. We struggled to find a pair for it, didn't we? And then eventually did.
Yeah, it was.
Took quite a few different failed attempts.
Helpful exercises actually was the last one that you did.
The final post-it that I did. maybe that says something about my true thoughts on the project, even though I felt terrible.
I think it almost definitely does.
Yeah.
I think my last one was the one with the coffee. Or maybe it was... No, that was one of the last
That's
three.
a good one, though.
I'm getting lots of compliments about that.
Yeah.
Alright, mate.
Yeah. They love it.
I'm getting lots of compliments about my new haircut, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's great work. What were they called?
Henry's.
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 Funny name. Henry's. No. Right. Henry.
I've just got I've got some quick fire questions.
Feared compliments about your hairdo?
No,
No.
not on topic.
I'm holding out on a haircut. Go on, quick fire.
So yeah, some quick fires.
Quick fires.
Pen or pencil?
Pencil.
These days, pencil.
Okay. Blue or black?
Black.
Blue, Chelsea.
Round or square?
Round.
Yeah, round. Yeah, round.
Just about.
Round.
Cash or card?
Ooh, card's easier.
Card, probably. I do like cash as a rare treat. Feels like it's free.
Letters or words?
Letters.
Words, all day.
I thought you might say letters, Pip.
Yeah. I just like how they look. I think that's partly why I like using them. I don't actually like having to think of a word that says something.
You were saying that the poster was quite liberating for that.
Yeah, exactly. Because it has to have words on it, so you can just do words without having to worry about what it might suggest.
Like set out words. I've dabbled in letters, but not for me.
Nice, good question. I like that one.
That's the last one.
Oh, great.
But thanks.
Thank you.
Closing comments?
I don't know. I got a bit worried about how if we explained the whole thing properly, or if this is going to be extremely confusing. But I guess that's
Well,
too late.
Am I right in thinking the link to this will be in the show?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you will have to see
Yeah.
the show
That's
in order
true.
to access this.
But yeah, enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed the show. Actually, not in the past tense.
Yeah, I hope you found the space fine, and the work,
Yeah.
and the interview.
And thanks a lot, Leo,
No, thank
for
you.
coming along.
Yeah,
It was great.
great job. Thank you very much. And yeah, thanks for coming to the show. And feel free to ask me or Pip any questions you like about it, and we'll probably go like, don't know.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, goodbye.